How does War for Cybertron Kingdom core class Vertebreak handle against other core class figures such as Rat Trap or even Soundwave? Wait, wrong way. There you go, Soundwave. How does this little figure compare against those other kind of the other core class Transformers? Well, I'll be honest, not that fucking good. So stay tuned and you'll find out why.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Okay, I kind of have a love-hate relationship when it comes to core class Transformers. In some cases, I love them, like say with figures like Power the Prime's Beachcomber. Fucking love this guy. He's fucking awesome. I cannot wait to actually get the Deluxe Class Legacy Evolution Beachcomber. But then again, there are times that I get a core class Transformer that I just fucking hate. Good example is Roadburn from Titans Return. This guy is just a piece of shit. Nothing really, clicks into place, and it's a fucking embarrassment. I feel embarrassed having this piece of shit in my collection. And then again, I'm kind of confused exactly what the purpose of core class Transformers are. I've heard different reasonings behind the whole idea of them. I've heard that they're supposed to be a cheaper alternative to the larger counterparts. So if you don't have enough money, you can always buy a core class Optimus Prime. Then I heard that the reason that they're doing core class is that they could kind of scale with the Titans. So like if you have let's say for example like Trypticon for me, I have Trypticon. If you have Trypticon, then your Rat Trap would scale with it because it's supposed to be a lot bigger and everything, Honestly, I'm just not a fan of the idea of core class. To be honest, I'd be willing to accept them, Soundwave or Rat Trap or even Vertebreak. Sorry, if for whatever line that this guy, so say Vertebreak here, I would be willing to accept that they would have a Legends scale or Legends class or whatever, or not Legends, it's now called core class. I'd be willing to understand if they had a core class Vertebreak if they had a larger counterpart, say a Deluxe class Vertebreak or Voyager class. I'd be willing to understand that then, But the fact is, this guy is it. This is the only, there is no Deluxe or Voyager class. All you get is this guy, and honestly, he just does not cut it with me. And this isn't the only one that I'm not a fan of. I'll be honest, I'm not really a fan of many of the fossilizers. That's what these things are called. Fossilizer. Well, not this guy. This guy doesn't come apart. But like the oh god, the T-Rex, whatever the fuck its name is called, the Triceratops, the flying one. I can't fucking recall their names because I don't really fucking care. But the fact is, I'd be willing to accept this guy if he had a larger counterpart. You know, that way I, that way you could actually feel like it's worth its money. Because honestly, this guy doesn't feel like shit. He feels pretty cheap. But anyway, let's get on to the review, shall we? Okay, so if you're kind of curious about how this figure is faring price-wise in the last 3 years that it's been released, roughly 3 years since it's been released, it's going for about $9.99 on or not Amazon, eBay's website, and about $9.19 on Amazon's website. I actually paid $9.99 for this figure. I got it from, I think it was from Target. It's been a while, and I can't recall exactly where I bought it, but I think it was about $9.99. It was the cost of what a normal core class figure is. So I'm honestly kind of shocked that the price for this figure is remaining around the same, around the same price that it was when it first launched. Now that has me wondering two reasons. Is it number one that the demand is just not there and nobody really wants this figure? Or is it that the people who bought this figure in massive amounts, so the scalpers basically, is it that they realize that this figure was a piece of fucking shit and there's no way that they're going to be able to scalp this figure for anything above what its original manufactured price was? I'm willing to bet that considering since this figure is a piece of shit, it's the latter. Okay, so now you're wondering, after the price, me telling you what the price was, what does $9.99 get you with this core class figure? And the answer is not that fucking much, to be honest. So let's do this, and then we will do this. And basically, all that you get with Vertebreak is its tail. And I know you can't really see it, but basically I took a picture of it. This tail, I'm guessing it's supposed to be either some sort of weird sword or maybe a whip. Considering that it's made of soft plastic, I mean, this fucking plastic is soft. I mean, it's almost like rubber, I guess you could say. So let's do this, and then let's do this. So it's almost like rubber. I mean, you can literally bend it. That's how soft it is. It's either a sword or a goddamn whip. Which I think I always hated the idea of Transformers having whips as weapons. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm hoping that I paused. I can't recall if it paused. Hold on. Okay, so maybe it paused. I'm not sure, but if it did, So like I said, this was basically it's almost like a whip. I don't understand why they give Transformers whips. I'll be honest, I also don't understand why they give them swords. But I can understand swords a little bit better than whips. Swords, at least you can like use it as to like literally cut off a fucking arm or something. But the thing is, it's yes, it can fit in this guy's hands, but it just looks fucking weird. And the thing is, this guy, unless you really kind of know how to bend, I can't really show it to you, but as long as if you know how to like the feet placement, it's too heavy. So holding this piece of shit actually causes it to fall over, 99% of the time. So basically, even though this is supposed to be a weapon slash accessory, basically what you have to do is you kind of just have to keep it attached to this guy's asshole, and basically it'll act as a stabilizing base, basically. But how fucking sad is that? You want to be able to use this piece of shit as a weapon or accessory, whatever the fuck you want to refer to it as. But you can't because this thing is the joints and the way that it's just constructed is just too fucking shitty to allow any kind of posability without it falling over. So that's basically, like I said, that's all you literally get. It's a whip slash tail slash sword slash I don't give a flying fuck. Alrighty, now it is time for my favorite portion of this review, where I get to talk about the visuals of this figure. I will be talking everything about the figure itself, so basically the main guy himself, to the accessory, to the box art, and everything in between. I will be talking about. So let's get to that, shall we? So let's turn this off, and then we'll turn this on. Okay, so first up. Well, I'm actually gonna be covering the box. So wait, that's not. Oh, okay. So we're gonna be doing the figure. I thought it said box. So we'll be doing the figure. Overall, the camera kind of makes this figure look a little bit better than what it actually is, at least to me. I'm not sure if I'm just partially colorblind, but some of these colors that you see on the figure here. Let me actually move this up here so you can actually see me. Okay, so some of the figures, the colors that you can see in the picture here, you can't really even see. I can't even really see with the naked eye. The colors on the hips, that lightish brown color, the lower groin area, the same light brown color, and then the heels, and then the forearms, and then the head, top of the head. I can't see that at all. I just see like a light or a dark gray, like what makes up the rest of this figure. I'm not sure if I'm just colorblind or if my digital camera's picking up the colors more brilliantly than I am. I can't even really see the color of the red in the eyes, even though you can see it right there. So I'm not saying that it's not there. I just can't see it. The only other colors I can really see is the silver on the chest and the Predacon symbol. Let's see here. And then on the back, it's basically the same thing. Like I said, I can't see the brownish color. I can only see the gray. And then, let's see here. Hold on, I'm just getting some of the stuff loaded up. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then on the side, that's your side. I do not like how it has a giant empty chasm where its back is. I just don't like that. I understand that these are supposed to be like skeletons, I guess you could say, but I just don't. I don't like the whole aspect of these figures. Even the deluxe class, I am not a fan of fossilizers. I think that Hasbro kind of overstayed the whole weaponizer gimmick. They had weaponizers in Siege. I think they may have had them in Earthrise. I can't recall. And then they fucking introduced fossilizers in Kingdom, and I'm just like, oh god, not again, not a fucking. I literally saw when they started introducing, what was coming in Kingdom. When they showed the fossilizers, I'm like, oh fuck. If they were just Transformers that were not weaponizers, I would have been totally fine with that. But when they're like, oh, you can do this with these, and you can do that, it's like, dude, you're just literally rehashing the same fucking shit from 2 product lines ago with the weaponizers. The only difference is it looks fucking stupid. Hold on, I'm going to take a quick drink. As I said, it looks fucking stupid. I could understand a weaponizer because you have like the blasters and everything. But fossilizers, really? What the coolest thing I saw was the Paleo. I think it was Paleo Trex or Paleo T-Rex or whatever the fuck its name is. And you could actually make. I think it was like a bone axe. That's the only cool thing I actually saw that caught my eye. The rest of them, like, oh, I'm thinking just fucking shit. Just give it up. Just fucking give it up, Hasbro. Granted, I'm one of the type of guys that encourages Hasbro to think outside the box. But the thing is, when they think outside the box, they run too long with a gimmick. Weaponizers to fossilizers. The weaponizers was cool. Like I said, the whole gimmick could have been just the fossilizers being skeletonized transformers. They did not need to fall apart because a lot of the times when you have weaponizers or fossilizers, the joints that actually hold the legs onto the figure itself is too loose and the legs will just fall off, arms fall off. They're not the sturdiest of figures because of the fact that literally they have to come apart. So those joints are not going to be the strongest. That's what I'm trying to say. Next, we have the other side image, same as the other side. Okay, now we are at the box, or I'm not sure if these are considered boxes. To me, a box is a box. I'm not sure what you would really package. Let's call it package. So we have the package front, and here it's nice. It's nice. But then I looked at that, I saw the skeleton in the background of this photo here, and I'm like, dude, that looks so nice. But it's like, where is the robot? And how is this a robot, though? Because you're looking at the skeleton in that picture, and you don't see anything that makes it look like that it's actually hiding a transformer. It literally has nothing there, no way to hide it. Whereas if it was like a car, it's theoretical that you could actually have a robot squished into that frame of the car. But here you literally can see through the bones and everything. Where the fuck is this mythological robot hiding, But overall, I like the picture. I do. Like I said, it's just Hasbro kind of ran too long with this gimmick, Next, we have the back of the photo, and it's your same fucking generic garbage that Hasbro has been kind of really just been unable to get out of for the last 3+ years as of recording this. Because right now, as I'm recording this, we're actually in the middle of the Legacy Evolution product line. And nothing has fucking changed. This is one of the areas I just fucking, when I comes to be giving my ratings, I always nail Hasbro on because I know Hasbro could do better. It's like that old saying, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And that I'm just disappointed in Hasbro. They have a chance to do something with these packages to really convince me to fucking want to buy these figures. And what do we get? We get 2 generic stock photos. And almost half of the back of the package here is literally just legal garbage. Do you think anybody who buys these figures takes the package home, pulls out their little reading glasses, and go, oh, okay, in Korea, in Japan, okay. Oh, so this is what it says for Indonesia. No, they fucking don't because they don't give a flying fuck. But that is it when it comes to the visuals of this figure. Hold on one second. Let's see here. There's that. And then let's go to this. Overall, like I said, I wish I could say that I'm actually impressed. The only thing I'm impressed with is that the drawing on the front. But the rest of that fucking package, I'm not, because it's the same fucking shit that we've been getting since the beginning of Siege. Because I think back in the Power of the Primes, they still had at least like a little 1 sentence bio. Now they don't even have that. What, you want a bio? You want some sort of lore building for this figure? No, fuck you. You get a paragraph of legal shit, and that's what it is. It's legal shit. Up next, we have the construction portion of this review. And now, when I say construction, I'm talking about like what is the makeup of this figure. And to be honest, for the majority, well, for the body itself, it is hard plastic and metal pins. I don't think I see any screws, but that's nothing really that uncommon anymore. I don't. Metal screws in these figures are becoming more and more of a rarity. But you have the metal pin. You have metal pins. Oh God. Okay, you have them in the. I'm guessing could be in the heel possibly. You have them in the knee. I think the shoulder could be on a metal pin, and then you got a metal pin for the alternate mode head and everything. But then again, considering how small this figure is, it's really hard to see what all this figure has. But it's mainly metal pins, hard plastic, and then for the weapon, it is a very soft, malleable rubber, and I do not like that. When I first got this, I originally thought that this was one of those things that had like a little wire in the on the inside where you could pose it. But nope, it's just real soft rubber, and I just don't like it because after a while, if you play with this, it will fall apart. Um, when it comes to basically the quality, if I was to compare this guy to Beachcomber, which are both Beachcomber is Legends, but it's basically core class, and this guy Beachcomber has fucking beat by a million miles. And a good portion of that is because of the fact this guy is supposed to be a skeleton. It really kind of compromises the figure itself because you can't have much there to really support the figure. So the quality, it's pretty low. Alrighty, everybody. Now it is time for my favorite portion of the review. It's basically where I actually give a breakdown of my score and everything. And I have that score set up in various areas, which you will see according, as I go through this review. It is actually this is what actually takes the longest out of the review. So basically, we're going to start off with the cost. So basically, like I said earlier, when I bought this figure, I purchased it for $9.99 at Target, and I'm gonna give that a score out of 5 out of 10. And the only reason that I give it a 5 out of 10 is the price was in line for what other core class are. I did not get none of that score really reflected about how well this figure is. To be honest, this figure is shit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This figure is shit. It was a hard sell for me to really want to buy the deluxe class. It was almost impossible for me to fucking buy this figure. The only reason I bought it is because it is part of the set. But this thing just looks fucking ugly as a core class. It feels cheap due to what it is. The fact that you have to make it smaller and then make it a skeleton just this thing feels third fucking rate. So because of that, I can only give it a 5 out of 10 based on the price. Currently, this figure goes for $9.99, but then as I was typing this out, when I looked at Amazon again, it was actually down to $19.90 or $9.99, not $9.99. Price fluctuations for like that, it is kind of normal. I am watching several things on Amazon all the time, and they will always rise and lower depending on the time of the day by a few cents. For eBay, it's roughly going the same price. And now these prices were as of. Hold on, let me pull up the. Come on. Okay, these prices were 2 days ago, as of the 25th. So for that, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because, like I said, the scalpers either bought so many of these and that they just can't sell them. That's why it's low, or the fact that the scalpers know that these figures are shit, and the fact that they try to sell this thing for anything more than $9.99, nobody's gonna buy it. And then availability, was this an exclusive? I forgot to actually mention this second, but no, thank fucking God. If this thing was an exclusive, I'm pretty sure nobody would buy this piece of garbage. So that gets a 10 out of 10. So the cost section gets a score of 24 out of 30. Next, we have the contents. Does this thing have weapon storage? And no, it gets 0 points. Yes, if it has between 1 to 2 storage locations, it gets 1 point. 3 to 4 locations, 2 points. 5 or more locations, 3 points. This figure basically has 3 locations to store its the whip slash tail slash sword, whatever the fuck you want to call it. It has both hands. I'm not sure if you count hand as one all together or 2 individual. And then it has the little slot in its ass where the tail goes. So it has 3 locations. Therefore, it gets a score of 2 out of 3. Does this come with a weapon? Yes or no? If it comes with no weapons, 0 points. If it comes with 1 or 2 weapons, 1 point. 3 to 4 weapons, it gets 2 points, or 5 or more, it gets 3 points. And this figure basically has one weapon. It has the tail slash whip slash sword slash I don't give a flying fuck what it's called. Therefore, it gets a score of 1 out of 3. Quality of content. Now, I should kind of word this differently in the future, but I'm kind of just talking about the accessory slash weapon itself. Where the fuck did it go? Oh, there it is. It's so dark it kind of blends in with my desk. Like I said before, this thing is soft and rubbery. I thought that this could have been like molded in different shapes, or different, or it could just be kind of twisted, but it can't. Overall, this thing feels like the figure itself. This thing feels here. Let me get that. There it goes. I know you can't really see it. This thing feels poor. So altogether, this thing gets a 4 out of 10. So it gets a total for this section of 7 out of 16. Next, we have the visuals. This is where it's going to take me the longest to talk. Visual aesthetics. The coloring of this figure here. Let me actually. Oh, I don't have a picture of it. Here, I'm going to pause it 1 second. Oh, wait, wrong button. Oh, wrong. Well, it's the right button, but I gotta get back up to here. Alright. Contents. Okay, be right back. Okay, so as you can see, when I'm talking about for the coloring aesthetics, the coloring is very dark. Like I said, I'm not sure if I'm colorblind. That could be it, but some of the colors on this thing I cannot even see. I just see gray. And I'm not sure that's the intended purpose, but for some reason, even if I took a couple pictures. This one just has the flash on, but even without the flash, for some reason the color seems to be a lot more vibrant than it does on this figure now. Okay, so let's turn that off. Okay, so the detailing for figure I give that the figure coloring a score of 2 out of 10. For the figure detailing, like how detailed is it? Now, granted, for its size, it actually is pretty nice. I like the back, the skeletonized back. I didn't even realize that. Apparently, it can actually come down a little bit. Overall, the detailing is fine. So, let's see here. What do I have? But like I said, the coloring is what really sets this thing back, though. And I know I already did a thing about that, but the coloring issue also affects the detailing because if it's too dark, you can't see everything. So honestly, it's like I said, I think the coloring selection was not the best for this figure, so I give that a 2 out of 10. For the figure overall, the figure's god awful. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This thing is about as bad to me. Is about in the same category as Roadburn. And if you're in the same category as Roadburn, then we got problems. And the weird thing is, now that I'm holding these guys and I'm getting, feeling the figure and everything, this figure feels as cheap as this guy does. I'm wondering if they kind of Hasbro authorizes like third-party companies to secretly make some of these figures because these two do not feel good in the hand or anything. So, 2 out of 10. Weapon coloring. Due to the fact that this thing also doubles as its tail, it's the same color, therefore it's dark and it just sucks. So 1 out of 10. Detailing. This does have decent detail because of the fact it's a bunch of bones. I know you can't really see it, but it's supposed to be bones, so I kind of like that. It is nice, so I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Did this come with thing? This did not come with accessories. I'm not sure if you consider the tail to be a weapon or as an accessory. I consider it to be a weapon. So this thing does not come with any accessories. So 0 out of 10 for the different accessory detailings and everything. Now, when it comes to the faithfulness to the source material, I looked up on TF Wiki and I couldn't really find much regarding this guy. Apparently, Vertebreak has been used with a few characters, but they all have different. They all look different. So I'm guessing that this is just another character in the long line of Vertebreaks. That it's nothing like that has any continuity with it. So because of that, I'm going to be kind of merciful and give it a score out of 8 out of 10. Let's just say that this is a whole new character in that name line. Points of articulation. This is just for the robot mode. So basically, the head rotates slightly due to restraints, and for its alternate mode. It has full arm shoulder rotation. I know you can't really see it here. Let's actually do this. Hold on. Where's the mouse? There it goes. Let's do that. And then do this. Okay, so like I said, the head only rotates a little bit due to the transformation. The arm can actually do full 360. You just gotta watch out for the back arm. Let's see what else is there. Legs can go over 90 degrees. I mean, look at how that. I mean, that's like straight up and down. So I give them credit for that. There is, there is elbow articulation. Nothing in the hand due to how small it is. It has leg rotation, knee flexibility, and slight ankle. So because of that, I'm going to give this portion points of articulation 7 out of 10. Now, when it came to the artwork, the front of the box, all they had was Vertebreak's alt mode. So I'm going to give the artwork on the front of the box a 5 out of 10. On the back, I accidentally that should be a 5. Hold on, there you go. Which means that this is probably going to have. Hold on, I'm going to check the score. I'll be right back. Come on. Okay, I'm back. So I got the score readjusted to fix the mistake that I made. When it comes to the artwork of the back or of the side, shows. Why did I put a 5 there? Oh my god, so I'm going to have to fix this again. Hold on. So that's actually a 0. Actually, I'll pause it once more. Oh, crap, hold on. Okay, I am back, and I can definitely tell I'm getting tired because of all these mistakes that I'm making. On the back of the art of the box, I gave it 25 out of 50 because the little score criteria I have is like if it has artwork of the figure primary and alternate modes along with the steps of conversion and a character bio, it gets 50 points. Generic stock photos with steps for conversion and no bio, it gets 25, and then nothing nothing to get the consumer's interest, just legal mumbo jumbo, it gets 0. I gave that 25 out of 50 because it does have the conversion and the generic photos, but it has nothing else, so it gets a 25 out of 50 for that. And then extras like tech specs or other goodies, like what does this figure bring to the game that could, for your money, give you a little bit extras as a way of saying thank you. And you must think I'm fucking crazy. You want extras? You guys spend all this money. You think you deserve extras like a little sticker or a card or some shit? Yes, we got cards and with the other figures, but you're telling me you couldn't fit a card into this figure's package? No, you get nothing. So 0 out of 10 for a grand total today of 62 out of 135 for that section. Construction, basically, it is hard plastic for the body, metals or soft rubber for the weapon, and metal pins. So basically, you get 9 out of 10 for that. Overall, for the quality, the figure has a severely cheap feeling to it. I would hold this figure, and it literally feels like it's something you'd find at Dollar Tree. And if it comes from Dollar Tree, you know it's not good. So 2 out of 10. While it does feel cheap durability wise, I think this lot could last a round or two with a child. So it gets a 7 out of 10. Is this a retool? No. But is this a repaint? Yes. From what I understand, that this is actually a repaint of Dracodon. But the thing is, this was wave 1, and I think Dracodon was like wave 3 or 4, some shit like that. So I'm going to be going based on what it says on TF Wiki. And if you're kind of curious about who Dracodon is, like, who the fuck is Dracodon? Boom, there you go. Basically, Dracodon is basically Vertebreak. It just looks like somebody threw this poor figure into a canister of radiation, and now it has a nice, healthy green glow to it. Oop, wrong one. There you go. So basically, altogether, that gets a score of 5 out of 10 also for the repaint. For a grand total of 33 out of 50. And now here comes the section total. So for cost, we have 24 out of 30. Interactivity, we have 7 out of 16. Visuals, 62 out of 135. Construction, 33 out of 50. For a grand total today of 126 out of 231, which equals 54%. And letter grade FF because it is a failure. It is a failure like a lot of other things that Hasbro has been doing lately today. It is a failure. Okay, everybody. Now, this is a portion where I give you kind of my personal thought about the figure in general. Overall, I don't want to hate this figure. I do not buy a Transformer with the thought of, I'm going to spend $9.99 on this figure, and I'm just going to fucking hate it. I spent $9.99 on this figure, and, I looked at him like, before I even got out of the picture, like, I think this is going to be a cool figure. But, just because it looks cool, you can't just go buy it based on what it looks. You have to, go buy the interactivity, the feel of it, everything. And like I said, I don't buy a figure to hate on, with the hopes of hating it. If you do that, then you're just wasting your money. But I also feel that I have a responsibility to say that if I buy something and I don't like it, I'm going to let you guys know. And it isn't like I hate all core class. I love some of the core class. Like I said, I love Beachcomber. I can't wait to get the Deluxe Legacy Evolution Beachcomber, and then I can have like 2 Beachcombers. And then to a lesser extent, I like Rat Trap. I just wish that there was a deluxe version of this guy, because when you put him with the rest of the Maximals, he looks so fucking small. I don't mind there being a core class, but I think also if you're going to release a core class Rat Trap, it should be mandatory to have like a deluxe class also, or a larger class. And then, I got Soundwave, and is he perfect? No, but he's kind of cool. So, like I said, it isn't like I hate these guys wanting to hate them. I'm critical of Hasbro because I know Hasbro can do better. I've seen Hasbro do really bad, especially during the Combiner Wars and the Titans Return. They were on a pickup a little bit with War for Cybertron Siege and Earthrise. We got towards the end of the War for Cybertron arc. And then some of the figures were awesome in War for Cybertron, like Galvatron or Cyclonus. Although I don't think Galvatron was Kingdom. Wasn't he Studio Series? Oh, fuck, I can't recall, to be honest. But like, say, Rodimus Prime. He was a pretty good figure out of Kingdom. So it is possible for them to do great things. And I'm critical of them because I want them to be the best that they can be. You should not want the company that creates what your hobby is. Like, so Transformers, you should not want Hasbro to do a shit job. Because you should not be wanting to give money for something that is subpar. And I think, honestly, that's just what this guy is. This guy is just subpar. He has a bad feeling to him, even for him being a fossilizer, when compared to Paleotrax or the Triceratops or Wingfinger. This guy just feels bad, and I think it's because of the fact that it's a core class, and you just have to they have to take out so much to make it look like a skeleton, and because of that, by taking so much out, the body itself feels really lacking. If they do revisit the fossilizers again and they decide to do another Vertebreak, I would like to see it as a deluxe class. If it comes out in a deluxe class, I'm pretty sure that it could have a better foot to stand on, basically. But overall, I'm going to display this guy on the shelf, but I'm going to look at it and I'm going to think to myself, ultimately, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And that's basically that's all I'm just going to say. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. My name is Jeff, aka GCurse. If you liked what you watched, please leave a thumbs up, leave a comment if you want, hit that subscribe button if you're watching on Facebook, or follow if you're watching on Facebook. Wait, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Facebook, or some shit like that. But anyway, if you liked it, feel free to leave a thumbs up, and I will see you for the next review. Until next time, take it easy, everybody. Peace out.